What it do, what it do, what it do. We are in the atrium building of New York City College of Technology. There has been some major renovations to a particular skate spot, right? These 3 aluminium handrails that I shot a few years ago. But we're going to take a deep look at them as we speak. All right, so here we go. How those actually work. So they redid. This is beautiful, man. I love fucking landscape architecture. Probably more than I love regular architecture. But I love it simply because it brings people together in a way that I believe regular architecture does not. And it also encompasses, it combines nature, right? So this is all construction. That is the spot check that we're going to check out, but I just wanted to check out these pavers. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but this is basically, you know, again, this is design theory for skate parks. If I had to design a skate park, I would probably use masonry pavers, and I would probably have them floating the way these are floating. If you've ever been in an IT room, when I say IT room, information technology, I mean a server room. A lot of server rooms have elevated floors, right? Much like this exterior outdoor paver system. And the elevated floors are designed this way for a number of reasons. One is that you can have proper drainage underneath so that there's never puddling of water on this surface. But from an architectural standpoint and from a athletic standpoint, right? I'm thinking gymnastics, I'm thinking martial arts, I'm thinking rollerblading, aggressive inline roller skating to be exact. What I'm thinking is that, not just thinking, but what I'm observing from my past experience actually skating on these types of pavers is that when you jump, when you land, when you fall, because these are floating masonry pavers, floating as they are suspended, and there's space underneath, there's air gaps and pockets underneath, the fall, the impact, you know, this is also coming from my medical background as an EMT, there's more room for give, and there's less risk of a traumatic injury, less risk of contusions. So this is what we're looking at. This is the main building, which is part of 300 J Street. This is known as the atrium. I forget what they call that, but it looks to me like they have put in some really beautiful, really durable, I don't know if you can hear that, really durable aluminum handrails. It is of a much higher grade, much higher quality. I don't know what to say. I think I love this feature because these rails back in 2002, we're talking over 20 years ago, these were some of the first handrails that I learned how to jump on and skate. And I didn't know how to jump directly onto the rail, so I used this sort of middle bar or stepping stone, as you will, to get onto the handrail, where I would put one foot first into that part and then step onto the top with the other foot, right? So the first thing I'm noticing is that these are above my waistline, and that means they're about the same height as the previous rails, right? Standard handrails, handicap rails are designed at 36 inches. So if I'm not mistaken, this is probably closer to 38 inches in height, which if you check the old video that I have on this channel, will show you that it's probably exactly the same height, exact same specifications, and possibly even the exact same length as the other rails. I'm tempted to say maybe a little bit shorter, but this is your spot check. Beautiful, beautiful handrails. It don't get no brighter. This is what the street looks like. That's J Street, right? That over there leads to the Manhattan Bridge. That's a big ass courthouse. that leads to the Brooklyn, I'm sorry. Yeah, that leads to the Brooklyn Bridge. That's the Brooklyn Bridge entrance. So that's Adam Street. If I'm not mistaken, we are on Tillery. Yeah, we are on Tillery Street. So that's Adam Street. This is Tillery. And that's J Street. And this is your spot check. As you can see right here, brand new signage. Welcome to my world of skate and architecture.